Hey y'all, I'm sitting here walking and talking, having a conversation. Just me and God. And my daughter just came outside with the dog. But I'm talking. And I'm kind of out of breath, so y'all gonna hear that. Y'all gonna hear me out of breath right now. But I want to come on here and talk about, I think like the basis of this conversation is what kind of seeds are you planting? What kind of seeds are you planting? What are you putting out into the world? What are you putting out? What are you planting, right? Are you planting seeds of love? Are you planting seeds of hate? Are you planting seeds of fear? Are you planting seeds of faith? Are you planting seeds of unforgiveness? Are you planting seeds of doubt, fear, worry? Are you planting seeds of abundance? What kind of seeds are you planting, right? So, and it all boils down to what you're speaking over yourself. What you're speaking over yourself, what you're speaking over other people. So, life and death are in the tongue, right? And so, whatever it is that we see out here in our physical reality is because we created it with what we've spoken and what we've been thinking, right? If you don't cast down those imaginations, those negative thoughts, anything that tries to exalt itself against the knowledge of God, you unknowingly form an agreement with the enemy, with Satan, to have legal right over your life with what you're speaking of yourself and what you're thinking and what you're not dealing with. Now, where did I start? Because I had went off on a whole tangent. I should have been recording it. But listen, if you got a problem, you got to become solution minded. You got to become solution minded and know that you are the solution to your own problem. I tell my children all the time that problem and solution are married. But right now they separated. If you found problem, the solution somewhere. Okay? And you got to put them back together. You got to do the work to put them back together. You are their therapist. Problem and solution need a therapist, need a counselor. They need a marriage counselor. So you are that counselor. You are that therapist. Now you got to figure out how to get them back together and how to solve that and move on to the next couple. Problem, solution. Now, a lot of us sit in our problem and complain about it. We complain about it. We talk about the problem. We worry about the problem. We depressed about the problem. We angry about the problem. And not knowing that we got the solution right here on the inside of us. Instead of sitting around talking about the problem, how about focusing on solving the problem? Now, I'm going to go a little deeper with this now. So, sit down, grab your popcorn, whatever you need to do. When you are complaining about your problem, when you complaining about what's going on in your life, you are worshiping that problem. You are giving that problem time and attention. Think about a relationship now. You are loving on that problem. You're focusing on that problem. Oh, I love you so much. You're giving a shout out to that problem. You're giving a shout out to the devil when you're talking about that problem, when you're complaining about that problem. Right? Your subconscious mind sitting there collecting all that. All right? You sitting there talking about the problem, worrying about the problem, focusing on the problem. Oh, I got this problem. Oh, I got this problem. Oh, I wish this, I wish that. Okay. If you are making love to a problem, what happens when you make love in a relationship? You end up getting pregnant. Okay? You are recreating that problem over and over and over and over. You're making babies, baby problems, more problems, right? But when you stop making love to that problem, when you stop giving that toxic person time and attention, it weakens. The problem weakens because you found something better to focus on, right? This is what we have to do when we have a problem. Take your eyes, your attention, your focus off the problem. Yes, I have this problem. You got the problem? Cool. Don't focus on it. Focus on finding a way to fix it. Focus on finding solution and putting them back together so that you can move on to the next problem that you got in your life. We're not called to sit and have problems and die with our problems. Because that's what you're going to do if you just sit and complain about it all day long. You're moaning and groaning. Let's say you're overweight. You're overweight and you're complaining about body ailments. You want to lose weight because you've been saying you do. You want to go out and walk. You want to get on a treadmill. You want to do something about your weight because you've been saying it. But you're complaining about it more than you are doing something about it. So the complaints outweigh you finding a solution. You are accumulating more of the problem. You are creating more problems for yourself when you sit there and complain about it. You are worshiping the problem. You're not trying to find a solution to the problem. And so you're going to keep dealing with that problem every single day and delaying your own progress if you don't focus on a solution. Where your attention goes, your energy is going to flow. We are energies. Remember, we are not just human beings on this planet. No, we are spiritual beings. We are energies. We are frequencies, okay? So where your attention goes, your energy is going to flow to that thing. And where your energy flows, it's going to keep recreating it into your life. And that thing is going to grow. It's just like giving your time and attention to a plant. You giving your time and attention to a plant. You're loving on that plant. You're speaking life into that plant. You are feeding that plant the correct soil. The water is getting sunlight. It's getting all the love and the time and attention. It's growing. It's producing more fruit, more whatever. Let's say it's a tomato plant or whatever kind of plant. I don't know. And it's growing. It's producing more fruit, whether that's rotten fruit or good fruit. Whatever you pour into, you pouring your time and attention to it, and you're giving it what it needs, it's growing and producing more. So you don't want to focus on the problem. You want to focus on your solution. Sit with yourself and ask yourself, how can I solve this thing? How can I solve it? When you start asking yourself questions, when you start putting a question mark at the end of your problems, okay, I'm fat, so what am I going to do about it? When you put a question on it, the solution going to come to you. You'll find a solution. But when you say, dang, I'm fat, I'm tired of being fat, I want to lose weight, and you keep making excuses as to why you can't do the thing, guess what? You're going to stay fat. You're going to stay in that problem. So it's up to you to find a solution. Be solution-minded, because when you're solution-minded, you get out of bondage quicker. When you're solution-minded, you become more wiser. When you're solution-minded, you set yourself free, because we are the creators. We are the creators of our own reality because of our mindset. If you see something in your physical reality, it's because you created it with your thoughts or what you have said. You created it. Whether that was something that you said last year, something that you thought, my dog got the zoomies, something that you thought a few weeks ago, something that you said you wanted, something that you have been talking about constantly, you've been focused on constantly. So you're seeing it in your physical reality right now. So if you don't want that thing, guess what? You get to change it with the way you think. Our minds are is one of the most powerful tools that we have. Our mind. All you got to do is shift your mindset. The tongue is our weapon, and you have to use it wisely. Use it to X out your current reality and create a new reality. It's up to you to do that. So you got to think about what kind of seeds you're planting. How's your mindset? What are you thinking on a daily basis? Are you aware? I don't know if that wind blowing in this mic, but are you aware of those thoughts when they come up? You gotta catch them things at the door. Don't even let them step foot over the threshold. No. They can't even get in. Okay? When you see them coming, cast it down. I rebuke that thought right now in the name of Jesus and start speaking the opposite of yourself. Because the enemy get us in our mind. If he can't get us through people, he gonna get us in our mind. That's what he. Ooh, if he can get that mind, he got you. That's all he need is your mind. That's all he need is for you to speak death over yourself, speak a word curse over yourself, and start believing it. That's all he need. That's all he needs you to do. And there you go. You just formed an agreement for him to torment you. You just unknowingly put your signature on a contract with the devil for him to torment you with depression, with anxiety, with all that worrying and that fear. You just came into agreement with. Now he finna tear you up. He gonna chew you up and spit you out. That's why you gotta watch what you saying. You gotta watch what you thinking. Watch who you surround yourself with. Watch who you hanging around and what them people saying too. Because if they negative, guess what? You can be a sum total of the five people that you hang around. So watch who you around. Watch who you hanging around. Watch what them people saying. If they ain't saying nothing that's in alignment with where you trying to go, you need to get from around them folks. You need to leave them where they at. You gotta leave them where they at. Because they gonna be the cause of your downfall. They gonna be the contributors to your downfall. And so separation is required in order for you to elevate. Elevation requires separation. And drop that in the comments if you're listening on YouTube. I might upload it on my podcast. I ain't uploading the podcast so long, but drop it in the comments if you listening. Your separation, your elevation is gonna require separation. But I want you to understand that your tongue is a weapon. Okay? I sent this in a text message to my family in response to what my brother had sent me. My brother is a very wise man. Okay? And he sent something in a text message to the family group message. And I sent something in response as well to add to it. And this one thing that I said, our tongue is is one of the most powerful weapons that we have, our tongue and our mind. Your tongue is so powerful. Your tongue is a sword. Your tongue is there to defeat the enemy, not to defeat your doggone self. Not to tear yourself to shreds. Don't cut yourself up. You cut the enemy up. The enemy that's trying to come in your life and ruin your life. Cut him up. Cut him up. Period. You use your tongue to benefit you. Not to hurt you. To benefit others. Not to hurt others. Not to be speaking word curses over your kids. Cussing them out. Calling them dumb. Calling them stupid. You're going to be just like your daddy. You just stop saying stuff like that to your children. Calling them bad. Hard-headed. Stop saying all that stuff to your kids. They are kids. And whatever you training them to think, guess what? They're going to be operating off of that. They going to suffer from that when they get older. And they're going to have to go through all kind of therapy and coaching and counseling and all doing the work. Not make it easy for your kids. Do the work so your kids ain't got to do the work. Speaking curses over everybody, talking about folks, gossiping. What's gossiping doing for you? Is it getting you paid? Are you getting a paycheck every week in the mail from gossiping about other folks' business? How does that benefit you? Stop talking about folks. If you ain't speaking life over them people, stop talking about them. Keep their name out your mouth. If you ain't calling them up saying, hey, I was just thinking about you, God put it on my heart to call you, and I just wanted to tell you that I'm so proud of you. You're doing a good job. Speak life over folks rather than talking about them. Hold on, y'all. Coughing to pass by. I'm walking by the road. Speak life over people. Because the seeds that you plant is going to come back to you. The seeds that you put out in the world is coming back to you tenfold. So if you out here adding value to people, you out here helping people in the best way you know possible, you out here giving people the keys to success, the keys to financial freedom, the keys to get out of that toxic relationship, the keys to get to that next level. If you out here doing that, guess what's coming back to you? Blessings on top of blessings, tenfold blessings. Blessings that you couldn't even imagine, that you couldn't even think about. Why? Because you've been out here spraying love, light, and positivity. You've been out here speaking life over yourself rather than complaining about your problem. You've been solving your problems. And so you out here living freely, breathing the fresh air. Life is just good for you. And people like wondering how you so at peace, how you so happy, how you so bubbly, how you just operating like how? It's because of God, baby. God did it. Put it in the comments. God did it. God gave me the wisdom and discernment. God helped me to build my relationship with him, to start believing him more and trusting that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. God did that. I didn't do this off my own strength. I didn't get up out of them toxic marriages out of my own strength. I didn't leave my past behind out of my own strength. I didn't get this wisdom and discernment out of my own strength. No, like I said earlier, God gave us the blueprint. I don't know if I said it on here, but I know I said it when I was walking and talking. God gave us the blueprint to our life, and we keep failing the test. We keep failing these final exams that God given us to get to our next level. And there go the blueprint right there, the Holy Bible. You fail to read it because of your mindset, because of church hurt, because you seen your mom and your grandma and them, they talk about God, but they ain't living like it. They talk about they Christian, they talking about they believe in God, but they ain't living like it. Yeah, that's why you scared to pick up that Bible, because you don't want that life. But you don't need to you ain't got to do that. You don't have to live like that. Them hypocrites. Them people that just using God's name to look good on paper. They just using God to try to get somewhere. They manipulative. They living a lie. Scared to talk about their past because they embarrassed about it. Because they shame. They living in fear. That's why they never got to live out their dreams. That's why they never got to do the thing that they wanted to do. The thing that God was calling them to do. Why? Because they was operating in fear. Talking about they trust God. No, they don't. No, you pick up your Bible and you read that blueprint. Get whatever version you need to get. NLT is my favorite version. NLT and NKJV. But I mostly read from the NLT and I'll compare it. I'll compare it to either the NKJV or the KJV. But the NLT breaks it down in terms that you can understand. All you got to do is sit down. If there's a word that you don't understand, Google that word. Look at the synonyms. Look at the definition. Okay? That's all you got to do. It's up to you to solve your own problems, not sit in it and complain about it. Stop complaining about the problem. Because if you good with that problem, when you complain about that problem, you just telling everybody that you good. Oh, I'm good. I love this problem. This problem solves all. This problem just does everything for me. I love this problem. If you comfortable with the problem, shut up about it. That period. Like, I'm just have to be straight up. You're gonna have to just be quiet about it. You love that problem. You love being fat. You love being overweight. You love being skin and bones. You love being in that toxic relationship. You love being broke, busted, and disgusted. You love it. Ain't no need of talking about it. Just be it. If that's what you love. But if it's a problem that you want to solve, you need to focus on the solution. You need to talk about the solution. Walk in that solution. Become the solution. Period. Don't nobody want to hear about your problems? I'm a life coach. The only reason why I want to hear about your problems is because you're ready to find a solution to it. And because you're ready to take action and get that problem up out your life. You're ready to find the solution, put them back together so you ain't got to worry about that couple no more. I told you, problem and solution is a couple. They married. They just separated right now. And you got to find the solution. Solution out there somewhere. Don't wander off from the relationship. You got to find it. You are responsible for changing your life. Stop complaining about your problems. Stop planting seeds of doubt and negativity out in the world. Stop doing that. Don't nobody need that. Don't nobody need you spreading your negativity all over the place, your negative fertilizer, and killing fruit. You killing all the fruits that's growing. All the fruit that want to grow in your life, you killing it. With that weed be gone. That's what you got. That's that negative energy that you spreading. That's that weed be gone. Instead of killing the weeds, you killing the plants. Plant be gone. You killing the fruit be gone. You killing your health. You killing your blessings. You blocking your blessings. Blessings be gone. That's what you doing. So you gotta speak life. Speak life into other people. Speak life over your children. Speak life over your finances. Speak life over your life. Whatever it is that you want to see, even though you don't see it right now, even though your bank account don't look like it right now, speak what you want to see. Start speaking it so your mind can start believing it. Your subconscious mind don't know right from wrong. It don't know right from wrong. So whatever you train it to think, whatever you program in it, that's what it's going to operate off of. You the operating, your subconscious mind is the operating system in your body. So what are you programming yourself to think? What are you believing? What are you getting rid of? What thoughts and behaviors are you getting rid of? What are you still entertaining? Who are you around? You got to think about this stuff. We just be on autopilot out here in life and wondering why our life look the way it look. Get off autopilot, man. You can't be on autopilot. Autopilot is, you ain't even aware when you on autopilot. You don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're doing, baby. People out here speaking word curses over themselves. They don't even hear it. They don't even hear it. Listen. I'm talking about stuff that I done experienced, y'all, that I just recently experienced. I've been experiencing for so long. I was experiencing it when I was in that truck. I would hear people just complaining, talking about how broke they is, talking about, oh, ain't no money in these, man, I ain't doing this, I can't never get nowhere, and blah, blah, blah. Do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself? You are worshiping that problem that you got. If there is a problem, you do not have to sit in that problem. You are the solution to your own problem. We're not obligated to stay somewhere that we don't want to be. We're not obligated to deal with something that we don't have to deal with. We're not obligated to sit in the problem and die in the problem. No. We're called to be solution-minded people, solution-based people, solutionists. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna keep making love to that problem? Or you gonna break up with it? You ain't gonna be the side piece of that problem no more. You gonna go find his mate. You gonna go find the solution. You gonna go find the real mate, the real partner to that problem. Cause what you doing is, hey, you been the side piece to that problem for a long time. You don't even supposed to be in it. You don't even supposed to be in that relationship. You don't even supposed to be right there with that problem. Let it go. Decide. Put that word in the comments. Decide. I am deciding. You got to decide to do something different. Decide to shift your mindset. Decide to program your subconscious mind to think something else. Speak life over yourself. Even if you don't see it. I am a millionaire. I am the first millionaire in my family. I make $1,000 a day. Start speaking that over yourself and then start taking action when an opportunity come your way for you to make $1,000 a day, for you to become the first millionaire in your family. It's up to you. Boy, that stick bigger than you. You can't pick that up. Yes. So think about that. Getting off this video. This is an audio video because I'm walking right now. I'm doing my 2 miles. I just finished my 2 miles. But I want you to think about what kind of seeds you are planting. What are you speaking out of your mouth? What are you thinking? Be aware of that today. Okay? And if it's something you don't like, write it down. Externalize the enemy. Okay? Get it out your head. Get it out of your head. Put it on paper and look at it. Look at it and figure out what's the opposite you can speak over yourself anytime that thought try to come back up again. Take note of those negative thoughts. If you catch yourself saying something negative, you need to take it back. You better take it back. You better come out of agreement with it. You better pull back on it. Okay? Oh, Lord, forgive me. Good morning. Come out of agreement with it. Come out. Oh, Lord, forgive me. I did not mean that. And then speak the life. Speak life. Because when you put something out there, you're going to start to see it in your reality. And you can be mad about what you see in your reality. You can't be mad because you spoke it. You can't be mad because you believed it. You can't be mad because you operated out off of it. You can't be mad. You can't even be mad. You can't even be mad about what you see in your reality. You can't. It's up to you to change it. All right? So, I just finished my 2 miles. I'm finna walk around one more time and start my day. It is 8:38. I got a few minutes before I start. I'm gonna go shower, get ready for the day, drink me an iced coffee, and get to work. Alright, so I love y'all so much, and I will be talking to y'all in the next video.